In this video, we'll be looking at the Count Vowels interview question. My name is Larry, and this is Digital Logic. To get started, you'll need to download the project from GitHub. A link is in the description below. I've also provided a link to an introduction video to the series, which will walk you through setting up your development environment. With that out of the way, let's get started. I've already got the project open in IntelliJ, so I'll open up the project browser and find the Vowels class. For this challenge, you need to write a method that will return the number of vowels that are in the provided string. Once you have a solution that you're ready to test, you can press Ctrl-Shift-T to open up the testing class. Then just click on the little icon next to the class name to run the test. The testing class will pick up any public method that you define that matches the expected signature. So you can provide multiple solutions, and the testing class will test all of them. So go ahead and pause the video and try to come up with a solution to this challenge. When you're ready to continue, come back here and we'll walk through a couple different solutions. Welcome back. So I'll start by deleting the return 0 statement, and then I'll create a set of type character and name it vowels equals set.of and list the vowels A, E, I, O, U. Make sure to use single quotes here and not double quotes, since single quotes defines a char. Next, create an init count and set its value to 0. Then create a for loop to iterate through each character in the string, char current in str dot to lowercase dot to char array. Now we just need to check if the current character is a vowel. If vowels dot contains current, then increment the counter. And then finally, return the counter. Press Ctrl-Shift-T to open up the testing class and run the test. This solution passes. Before we move on, there is one small improvement that we can make to the solution. Currently, we are using the contains method to check if the current character is a vowel. Internally, this method loops through each item in the set until it finds a match or it runs out of items to check. If we convert the set into a hash set, the contains method will then use a hash map to perform the lookup, which will remove the requirement to iterate through each item in the set on each iteration of the for loop. So I'll create a new hash set and pass in the set of vowels. Press Shift F10 to rerun the test, and it passes. For the next solution, I'm going to use a regular expression to count the number of vowels in a string. So I'll create a new method and name it match vowels. And then create a new matcher equals pattern.compile. This method requires a regular expression pattern. The pattern is left bracket, A, E, I, O, U, followed by right bracket. The square bracket syntax will match any character defined within it. The second parameter to the compile method allows us to define flags which will modify the behavior of the pattern. Add pattern.caseInsensitive, and then .matcher and pass in the string. Now return the matcher .results, which will return a stream of type match result, and then call the count method. The count method returns a long, so I'll cast it to an init. We could chain all of these calls together since we don't need a reference to the matcher, so I'll modify the code real quick. Shift F10 to rerun the test, and the solution passes. For this next solution, I'll call it split string. And I'll create a new pattern, which equals pattern.compile, pass in the same regex and flags as in the previous solution, and then return str.split with an empty string. The split method will split the string between each character, creating an array of string characters. Convert the array of strings into a stream using the arrays.stream method. And then .filter, pass in the pattern dot as predicate, and then .count. The count method returns a long, so cast it to an init. This solution simply demonstrates how to use a regex to filter elements from a stream. In this case, any string that the regex cannot match is removed, leaving only the vowels. Press Shift F10 to rerun the test, and it passes. For the last solution, I'll create a new method named splitSet. Copy and paste the vowels hash set from the first solution, then return string.chars. The chars method will return an init stream of the string, so we need to convert it to a stream of characters. Call map_to_object and cast the init to a char. Now let's make sure each character in the stream is lowercase. Call map and pass in the character.toLowercase method reference. Now call filter and pass in the vowels.contains method reference. And then count. And of course the count method returns a long, so cast it to an init. In this method, all we're really doing is using the contains method from the vowels object as a predicate for the filter function. Press Shift F10 to rerun the test, and it passes. So which solution is the best? In this case, the clear winner is the match vowels solution. It is the least complex and contains the least amount of code in any of the solutions that we have covered. And that is it for this video. If you liked this video, then please like, share, subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of these videos, then check out my Patreon page. A link is in the description below. And I'll see you in the next video.